All right, so we're back. And solving these equations is going to be like what we've been doing. We're going to distribute, get rid of parentheses, then combine like terms on one side or the other. We'll either get x's on the left or the right, and then the numbers on the other side. So here we have negative 14x when we multiply here, and then we'll have a negative 2. Here we'll have a negative 6x, then we have plus 14. Now, if we want positive x's, that means we'll have to add 14x to both sides. And then we have to get rid of the 14 here. And so negative 14x cancels. 14 minus 14 cancels. And so minus 2 minus 14 is minus 16. And then on the right, we have 14 minus 6, and that's going to give us 8x. Okay. Now, what does that do? Well, now we have to divide by 8 because here's multiply, so we divide. So we divide that by 8 as well. And 16 divided by 8 is 2, but the answer is going to be a negative 2. Okay. Now we plug everything back in with that negative 2. Now we have 7 times negative 2. That's a negative 14 plus 1. So that's a negative 13 times a negative 2. So that's going to be a positive 26. Here that's going to be 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 minus 7. And that's going to give us a negative 13 times the negative 2 is 26 as well. All right. What about the next one? Well, again, we're distributing. Then we have this extra little piece here. So that looks like negative 14x. That looks like negative 42 plus 1 equals, that's negative 18x, and then plus 63. All right, so add like terms. So we have to add those first. So minus 14x, and then that's going to be minus 41 equals negative 18x plus 63. Well, let's add 18 to both sides, 18x I should say, and then add 41 to both sides. So when we do that, those cancel. We have 18 minus 14, so it's a 4x equals. Now we have this 3 plus 1 is 4, 6 plus 4 is 10. Now we have to divide, so 4 into 104. Well, 2 will give us 8. Subtract, that will be 2. Bring down our 4. That'll give us 6. That'll give us 24. Subtract, that'll be 0. So it looks like x equals 26. Okay. Now, guess what? There's some big numbers here we're going to have to multiply. So we have a 7 times minus 2 times 26 minus 6 plus 1 equals 9 times negative 2 times 26 plus 7. All right, so both of them, it looks like we have to take 26 times 2. Well, 2 times 6 is 12, carry 1. 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 is 52. So that's going to be a negative 52 here and negative 52 here. Well, negative 52 minus 6 is going to give us 7 times a negative 58. And then we have plus 1. And here we have a negative 52 plus 7. And so what we need to do is we need to subtract 7 here, and that will help us get the value. So that's a 4, that's 1, that's a 5, a 4. So this looks like it's a 9 times 45, but it's a negative 45 though. So now we have to take that times 9. So that's 45, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 405. So on the right, it looks like it's a negative 405. So we're going to hope the left looks the same. So 58 times 7, and we're going to have a negative number when we're done. So that's 56. Carry 5, that's 35 plus 5 is 40. And then we add 1 to that. That's negative 405 as well. And so that does check out as far as our answer goes. All right. So now what do? Now we go to the next page. Now we have a -8 times what's inside parentheses here, and a 2 times what's in here. Well, -8 times 2 is -16x. -8 times that's -8. Here, that's going to be a -18x. That's going to be plus 16, and then -2. All right, so we have to add those together first. So we have -16x minus 8 equals -18x. 16 minus 2 is going to be plus 14. Now I think I'm going to add 18x to both sides, and then add 8. And that way, 18x minus 16x is 2x. I get a positive number here, so I don't have to divide by negative. It doesn't matter. You can divide by negative, and that's fine. Now that canceled, that canceled, that canceled, that canceled. So over here we have, it looks like equals 22 divided by 2, x equals 11. All right, let's check. So -8 times 2 times 11 plus 1 equals 2 times -9 times 11 plus 8 minus 2. Well, 2 times 11 is 22 plus 1 is 23. So we'll have 23 times 8, and it's going to be negative. So 8 times 3 is 24. That's 16, 17, 18. So it looks like a -184 on the left. Now, what do we have on the right? Well, here that's going to be a -99 plus 8. Well, 99 minus 8 is going to be 91, and it's negative. So now we have to take that times 2. That's a 2. And then that's going to be 18. So that's a -182. Well, then we have this -2. So it's going to be a -184. That's what we had here. So that does check, and that should be the correct answer.